Welcome from the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas, and I hope you're doing well. I was feeling a little rough last night, actually. We're going to talk about that for just a second. I'm off the next 3 days. I forgot I put in for it, and my boss wanted me to do something or another, and he said, "Yeah, I want to get that cleaned up before you're gone." And I said, "Well, I've already taken my time," and I forgot I had 3 other days. I literally forgot about it. So I want to talk about something, and no, I'm not paid to talk about this. We're getting in that kind of cold and flu season, and I'm kind of into this sort of thing to a certain degree. This is a good product to have around your house. It's called Manuka honey. And you'll read down at the bottom here, there's a UMF type reading on that. And the reason is this stuff comes from New Zealand. It's the only place you can get it from New Zealand. A little on the pricey side, but let me explain to you why this is so good. There are 2 forms of this. You can get one that has a higher UMF rating, and that's not really the best to consume, but it's really good to put on rashes or bites or things like that. The lower end is much better for your digestive tract, but if you get a cold or get the flu or something, you can mix this in with some hot water, drink it like a tea. Trust me, you're going to feel a lot better. All natural products, so you can find it probably in your upper end health food stores, Amazon. I bought these off of eBay. Surprise. A good friend of mine, Stephen Rodriguez, turned me on to that, and excuse me, I was feeling pretty rough last night, but I drank some of that. I'm much better this morning, and I'm going to drink some more of it here in a little bit. Plus, I had a Hatson Hydra that developed a leak on it. It's been sitting around for, 2-3 years. I could get it about halfway pump, and I could hear it hissing toward the back. And I really didn't have time to actually fix it, but nobody in Dallas-Fort Worth actually works on PCPs that I know of. So I finally took it apart on my first couple of days off or whatever over the weekend, and it turned out it was leaking through the pressure gauge up around the threading. So I took it apart and looked at it. There was actually a small silver stainless steel ring in there that's supposed to be in there, and I don't know how I did it, but I really did. I lost it somehow. But I actually packed an air conditioning O-ring down there, put some thread seal around it, tightened it up. I still had a problem. Tightened up a little bit more, aired it up, let it sit overnight. We're good. Tested it yesterday. Put a cheapy Winchester scope on it, and it's hitting good. So, what do I want to talk about today? Let's get down to the meat of the day. Came across this again on eBay. Anyway, is this Beeman Longhorn, and that's also known as the Sportsman RS2 series. It'll tell you right up there. So we'll take a look at it. It's got a nice little thumb hole stock, and you'll come down it. It came with a scope. I actually had the box for it, and it came down here. It's got a nice covered, I like that, front sight. We can flip it around, pretty much the same gig, and we'll stand back here and look at it some more, and look at it some more, and there you go. I put this scope on here, and I was hitting cans right off the top. I might have to make a couple more changes with it, but all in all, this thing was dead on the money. So it was a very good purchase. And I don't believe this gun was shot very much. It was very loud. It was smoking. It took me forever to clean the barrel out. Probably another reason with the coffin, that Marshall or whatever it's called, probably shouldn't be used inside your house. It's pretty strong. But this thing is just in absolutely excellent shape. No rust, no pitting, no nothing. Stock is in good shape, no scuffing. It was in the original packing material. I think it had all the instructions with it. So let's talk about it from end to end. This has a nice, rubbery, kind of spongy butt pad. I like that. It is a thumb hole type stock. It has some checkering, stippling, whatever you want to call it, on each side of the grip. And then you've got some finger grooves right there. Now this does have an automatic safety, if I remember correctly. And right there, forward is yeah, it's an automatic safety. So forward is shooting, it's very common. Back is to shoot. Seems to have an all metal trigger. The thing around there is, around the trigger is also, what do you call that stuff? Carbon fiber, plastic, whatever you want to call it. It's an 11 millimeter dovetail mount, and you have this very interesting scope stop in the back, which works. I've had those before. It works very, very well. You have some more stippling right along here. Yes, I have tightened these. I haven't locked them in yet, and you have an all metal, it appears to be, front sight that is adjustable for windage and elevation. As we come down, you have and that one there back there is that green type lighting, and you have that nice hooded front right there. And for me, this sits very well in the hand. I can get right up on it. I see I'm going to have to put something here in a minute, but that's all right. The scope is a little off angle, so I don't need a review. I'll straighten it out. I did this in kind of to show you, first time I shot it, I was kind of coming in like that on one. Came out very, very well. This is very low light conditions. This one is a can inside of a can. And I went right into there, a little bit more spread, and came out there, and excuse me, and again on this one in there and out there. And that's pretty good for the sun kind of going down on it. It wasn't dark, but a little harder to get a visual. So I'm very impressed with this purchase. I mean, it's like brand new. I mean, I've got some stuff that was, you know, that's the risk you take when you're buying used products. But this one here, I'm very, very happy with. So I think I have in my collection an older Longhorn. It's got kind of a messed up rear stock on it. It's kind of scratched up or whatever. It's a Woodstock type thing. And I've heard they're kind of sought after. I don't know. I know I reviewed it on this channel. But there you go. So that's about it. Excuse me. I don't know if that's drainage or what it is, but yeah, I've been coughing on and off. But I can actually breathe out both sides of my nose this morning. So there you go. The Beeman Longhorn, or the Sportsman RS2 series. And we're going to fix up on the scope a little bit, and then we're going to put together a shooting review. I have some other things, something I'll return coming in, one of them today, and I've got a couple of things I got off of eBay, and then I have something else I might review today. But I wanted to share that with you. I'm very, very impressed with it. I've had pretty good luck with the Beeman guns, and if I could find one, I wouldn't mind having one in the 22. I know the 177 shoots a flatter track, but that 22 puts a hole in it. So, in the 25 on my Hatson, you know, the original Hatson Hydras, you can unscrew a thing in the back and you just lift the whole barrel off, and you can put a 22 barrel or a 25 caliber barrel on it. And I bought it in the 25. I know the new ones now are only offered in, I believe, 177 or 25 caliber. I looked it up on Airgun Depot. So, but I'll probably buy the other barrels for it as we move forward. But in the meantime, let's put this together and see what we can come up with, and we'll get a shooting review made. That's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. I will see you in just a little bit.